Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to see how to create a word list for our WPA attack. So we already have gathered our first requirement for WPA decryption, which is our handshake. And within this lecture, we're going to focus on the second requirement, which is the word list itself. So we're going to use a tool called Crunch in order to do that. This will give us a list, a text file that have the possible passwords for our attack, okay? And we're going to specify those passwords when we create this file. If you look at the usage of Crunch, it will ask you the minimum characters and maximum characters, okay? Like 8-character password, 10-character password, and then it will ask you the characters itself. Of course, you can use all the characters in your keyboard, but it's always better to narrow down your possibilities. And we have the pattern in order to narrow it down even further. So in this example, you see that the password will start with M and it will have 3 characters in between, and the password will end with P. Later on, we just specify the name of the file and it generates the word list for us. So let me show you with an example because it will be much more clear. So open your Kali Linux, and Crunch comes pre-installed with Kali, so you don't have to do anything else actually. If you type Crunch, it will show you the current version or the documentation of the Crunch. As you can see, at least we have to specify the minimum and maximum characters that we want to use with Crunch. So I'm going to say Crunch and 8 to 9, okay? Of course, maybe you want to use Crunch with 8 to 16 characters, but it will generate a very big file for you. Then you will have some trouble even storing that file in your computer. Of course, you can search for alternative methods, for example, not to save the file, but just run the Crunch without saving the file and trying the passwords, but again, it would be just too difficult for you to try all those passwords. It will take so much time. So it's better to specify the characters like this, XY123, and work on that. So if I do this, it will just generate a word list for me with 8 to 9 characters containing only XY123 characters, okay? So XY and 123. So it would be something like XXXYYY12, XXYY1231. So all of these possibilities will be in our word list. If you say -O and just name this file, it will generate the word list for you. If I type ls, I can see the test word list file in here. Now if I say cat test word list, it will get the content and display it for me on my terminal. As you can see, now I have all the possibilities related to 8 to 9 characters containing XY123 values. So if my password is in fact in this word list, then I can crack it. So since I have my word list right now, and since I got my handshake in the previous lecture, now we are ready to test WPA attack on our Kali Linux. So let's stop here and do that within the next lecture.